Let's just go off of this first, and then we'll see. I just want to compare like detection and whatnot too to all this kind of stuff. So a researchable European destroyers. Apparently they just all sound like they're just all Swedish. I think everything but the tier 1 and tier 2 are Swedish names. So I'm gonna slaughter everything. So I don't wanna argue about nothing. I'm gonna slaughter everything when it comes to names, chat. So here we go. A researchable European tier 1 cruiser, tier 2. Oh, the tier 1 cruiser, okay, that's fine. Oh, that means that they're gonna open up for everything else though. Oh, interesting, okay. Yeah, that means they're gonna open up for potential battleships and cruisers going forward. Tier 2 to tier 10, as well as European special tier 10 destroyer. Smalland, I don't know, it's probably awful. Will be added to the game in the upcoming super test. So, as well as a European special Smalland, like that. Special tier 10 destroyer. I assume it's just gonna be like a like a Friesland on steroids, I guess. But that could be a steel ship, who knows? I doubt they do. Well, if it's a special one, we'll see. Added in the game in the upcoming super test session. Polish, Austro-Hungarian, and Swedish ships are among them. So, like, the European ships that we have right now are the Buis, the Verbutis or whatever it is, and the Friesland. So these are the three we have. It looks like the majority of them are kind of based around the Friesland. At least it seems like that. And less like the Buis. It seems like the Buis is going to kind of be like an oddball, if you will. Oh, look how I can never play the Buis. Look at that, chat. 222 6222. Yeah, it's more like the Friesland gun orientation though, which is what I'm trying to say, and not so much like the billion guns that the Buis has. So, we shall see. Currently, the concept of European destroyers brings the following features: very fast torpedoes, which I guess that's kind of like the French. French have really fast torpedoes. Artillery is similar to that of American destroyers, which is why I have those kind of highlighted. Well, I did. And quite effective in close range, but weaker than that of artillery-focused DD. So obviously not French, and not Russian. The speed of the new destroyers is relatively low, so you're going to be kind of like Royal Navy then. So kind of a mix between Royal Navy and French from the looks of it. 35 knots at tier 7 to 10. It can be increased by engine boost. Even the standard 8%. So it doesn't get the French bonus. Starting at tier 7, the AA has a large area of effect and deals good damage. Kind of what we see with kind of like the Akazuki, the split. Presence of repair party. This is 2 wills. Okay, so I wonder how big the heel will be. Basically, Bofors, yeah. It's gonna be a Puerto Rico style event for the tier 10. Yeah, it could be. We could see more stuff like that. Roteg, I could see them start to add more things in like that, where it's a whole, kind of a theatrical thing throughout an entire update, and also those would make more money. So, yeah, I could see that. Fastest torps in the game, yeah, they're crazy fast. We'll get to that in a second. Starting from the tier 8, ships are equipped with radar. So this is one thing I'm interested in. So starting at tier 8, just like Pan-Asian, so now we're getting the Pan-Asian territory. RIP Pan-Asian destroyers again. F in chat. Surveillance radar in a dedicated slot. It has action time of 15 seconds. So is that standard? I feel like that. Wait, is that what the destroyer, or is it 20? I feel like it's 20 for Pan-Asian. So a relatively short radar. Is it the same as Pan-Asian? It's been so long since I've even played those ships. So yeah, if it's the same, then you're kind of right there. So you're kind of taking the job away from that. Lack of smoke generator and relatively high detection range. When fighting with other destroyers for key areas, it's better to rely on radar and torpedoes. High detection. Well, that's one thing I wanted to bring up the USN, just to kind of... well, I guess let's compare it to the Pan-Asian? It's probably the best thing to compare it to, I guess. Now, let me check the radar really fast. Oh, I have the... oh, wait, what? So these are 22 seconds. So 22 seconds. Just me double check these. That's 25. So these are even shorter. These are very quick. Wow. All right, I don't know if I like that. Very, very, very quick. Is curling a sport? I think curling is the bare minimum of a sport. I feel like that's the gateway drug for activities into sports. Are you going to the Twitch partner thing? What are you talking about, Forager? Low tiers 1% every 10 seconds. High tiers. Well, it's because you are on the board, right? Like you are going down the board instead of just chilling at the back and pushing it. Like you're actually rolling with it and sweeping up stuff. Different. Shuffleboard, nah, you're just chilling. I feel like anything where like an 85-year-old is potentially the best player is probably in an activity, you know? Yeah, Yang's 25, so... well, what's the Hinson Yang? Oh, I don't even have this, okay. But this still... what is this? Yes, that's still 20, so alright, so... is that starting at 15? Forager, what are you talking about, though? The Twitch partner thing. He has an action time of 15 seconds. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with 15 seconds? Anyways. Alright, time to slaughter all the names. Time to slaughter all the names. The cruiser, the tier 1 cruiser, doesn't really matter. It's the Griff, I guess. I guess that's how you pronounce it. The Griff. Hit points, 7,500. Plating, 6 billion. Who cares? Main battery, 4x1. 120s. It's a tier 1. Who really cares? It's the cruiser. Yeah, you just skip through it. On to the next one. The Totra, I guess is how you pronounce that, because that's an O. So the Totra, the tier 2. So you engine boost, damage party, main battery, 2x1. Ow! 2x1. What else has 2x1? Are any of these kind of used off of... that's 3x1. No, I don't think that. What is... do any of these have 2x1? Yeah, maybe like the Umikaze? Oh no. Wow, I didn't realize that the Tachibana has 5 guns. What the hell? Smith, I know Will Smith is kind of the awkward. It's okay, so you have kind of Umikaze set up when it comes to gun in a way. Oops. 2x1, 9.1 kilometer range. Obviously it's tier 2 though still. Not that much health, but it doesn't have inertia, or it doesn't have survivability expert, which you won't get that much more. 6% fire chance, velocity 880. And then Sigma 2, obviously going to be pretty accurate. 2x2 and 2x3. Maximum damage 5k. Range 8 kilometers. Speed 55 knots. Reload time 40 seconds. So, what's Umikaze? Torpedoes. Oh, those are 22 seconds. My god. Samson? Okay, that's still really long. Okay, that's still really long. So you're around the T-22 range. But 55 isn't anything crazy. I guess at that range, it's pretty good. 8 kilometers. What's Umikaze's? 44. Oh, wow. Okay. A lot slower on the reload. Twice as long, but... You're at... Where is it? Yeah, it's a really long range. 8 kilometers at 55 knots. Where the Umakazes are... Oh, those are stock, though. Hold on. Make that fully upgraded. Wait, no. Umikaze has longer than 5Ks. Yeah. Okay, so these are 8 kilometers. These are 8s, but they're slower. So they're 7 knots slower. Those are gonna be nasty, man. 40 seconds though kind of sucks, but you can get that down a little bit to like 36, I guess. 10% off. 10% off. And 1.2 kilometer detection on the torps, which is quite low. I think of like what's another. So you're about British level. Yeah, 2 sets of 3. That's actually kind of dirty. 55 knots. Maximum speed 32. So you're on the slower end, so you have to be a little careful. Surface detection 6.2. And this is one thing I kind of want to compare it to something else. So if I go to the Samson, 6.2. So you are going to be the highest? Wow, by a lot. How is that going to work, though? You're going to get out-detected by everything. That's what I'm worried about, is like... So you've been less stealthy than the Russians. Obviously, the Russian low tiers are pretty stealthy. But, 5.8 and you're at 6.2 on the tier 2. Oh, 6.2 without camo, though. So what is this if I take the camo off? .9. So you're still pretty high on the detection, but man, those torps are dirty. Those torps are dirty. Interesting though. 2x3, pretty quick at that tier. 8 kilometers. This could be nutty. Just no smoke. No smoke, kind of slow. No real guns to defend yourself. What was the reload? 5 seconds on the reload. That's what I'm worried about. I'm trying to figure out how you'd play this. And if it's like if it's a SEAL club. So Romulus, I'm sure that's how you pronounce it, Romulus. 7,700. So you actually lose health? You do lose health going into the tier 3. But you do behind another DD. Oh god, low tier DDs with 8 kilometer torps. There's no such thing as a friendly torp. 3x1. Wait, I'm assuming this is fully upgraded, right? I think it is. 3x1, so you're starting to get some guns. 8% fire chance. 6.5 second reload. Kind of mediocre. 1 torpedo tube on this one. Well, oh, okay, no. 1 set of 2, 1 set of 4. What else has that? That's what the French have, right? Don't the French have like weird sets? So like, doesn't the Colbert have that? Yeah. And like, don't they have like weird ones? So again, 8 kilometers, 55 knots, and 6.9. Nice. On the surface detection, which I wanna try to get a comparison. So are these just gonna be crazy high detection? So if I look at something like, you are a half of a kilometer more than I think the least stealthy destroyer at this tier. So you're kind of getting there with the German, I guess. So you're by far the highest. How do you play that though? As hard as old Umikaze. Umikaze today is still pretty nutty. So you still bring those relatively long range. So you have long range torps. They're still fairly stealthy. I mean, nothing's gonna move that fast, so you could easily have dev strikes. Well, maybe not dev strikes. 1 torpedo tube. So that's 10k, and then that's 20k. So probably not gonna roll that high. You're still looking, probably not get too many dev strikes, but you're probably gonna get. Man, that damage seems. Oh, that's super low. I just realized that. Wow. That's crazy low. That's almost half of what the walkie-talkie is. 5100. These are like CV torps almost. I don't think they show like flood chance, do they? $40 seconds still. So fairly high detection. Fairly high detection. Not very fast. Guns are mediocre. Torps reload kind of slow, and they don't hit very hard. But they have good range. Okay. Yeah, those torps are fast. Right? Like this is this is like what's saving this line so far. Doing ship reviews tonight? We're gonna do replays, yeah. Just wanna go over this. The Klaushorn? Is that how I say it, chat? The Klaushorn? The Clyde the Monkey? Tier 4, we're finally starting to get into some destroyer action. So 1x2, 2x1. Oh, is the double in the back? 1, 2. I think it is. Okay, here we go. I'm looking for just like straight up. Still fairly low on HP. Reload time 6.5 seconds. So you're still like not crazy offensive with your guns, which seems weird. In torps 2x3. Reload time 55 seconds. 65 knots though at tier 4. At 9 kilometers? Whoa, whoa, wee, whoa. That's pretty dirty. Torpedo protection's going higher though, 1.4 kilometers. Maximum speed, this is actually pretty zippy. This isn't that slow. 37, almost 38 knots. Fairly agile from the look of it. And then 7.1. What's a 7.1 destroyer? Is anything even near it? Wakeful. Your detection's so high. 6.1. Like, what's... I'm trying to think of, like, what a comparison to that is. So this is 6.5. That's 7.1, right? Is that what it was? 7.1 by air. Or by sea. If I throw in a 10-point captain... If I throw in a 10-point for 6.5... What's Russian? I know it's pretty low. But these are like the low tiers where it's still pretty stealthy. That was 6.5. That gets you 5.8. So you're still gonna be like 6.1? What is that? 10%? Should we down to 6.4? 6.3? Like that's the crazy part. It's just like like the Izzy gets all the way down to 5.8 with the 10-point. I'm trying to figure out where this line shines, like what this line does well. 7.1 kilometer is so high. That's like, I think like 6.4 with 10% off concealment, and then 6.3. Right? And you don't have that much HP. You get out-detected by every destroyer. Luckily, you are pretty quick, but you don't have smoke to defend yourself. You do get damage control, engine boosts. I mean, you have that, but it's the 8%. It's not French. The guns look pretty decent. But I think the double's in the back, though. So you're you're good at holding down the the push. This is almost like a French cruiser. It's more like, yeah, these are more like French than anything. Because you want things to push into you, basically. Romulus. I'll slaughter all the names. I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright, well the low tiers, the Torps look interesting. Again, low damage, but good range and speed. 65 knots at tier 4 is crazy. That's pretty nutty. But having no smoke... No smoke. Mediocre guns, kind of. Alright, here we go, though. This is when we get into repair party, which is kind of nice. So the Visby... I'm assuming somewhere close. Yeah, I had the so I think single, and then I think that's the double in the back, because it's a 1-1-2 setup. So 1x2, then 2x1. So we got 1-1, and then I'm guessing that's the second one. It's opposite on the Bus, which is they're all ones, and then there's a double in the front. That's what I was kind of hoping for. It's kind of like a pushing DD, but with this detection, you're not going to be able to push. The Bus can kind of like roar, here I am, you know. Like they're meatballs. There you go. This is going to torp a lot of destroyers. That's the Shining, dude. Again, tier 5, 9 kilometers, 65 knots. That is dirty. 2 sets of 3. What was the last one again? 2 sets of 3. Is that the pattern going forward? Looks like it probably is. You're starting to get a little bit of life, but the HP pool is still tiny. Still tiny, man. How much does a Nicholas have? So that's 13k with survivability expert, which would give you 1500 more, or I guess 16, 1700, whatever it is. So you're at 11, 12k, and this is at what? 9600. My God, you're so low. With survivability expert, you're 11.5, somewhere around there. Main battery 1x1. Okay, so now we're starting to get the doubles. So double in the front. Where are the other turrets? Is it on the boat? There's one there. Where's the other one? Double. Oh, no, okay. Oh, yeah. Where's the other? I can't see it, but it's probably somewhere in here. Oh, is it right there? The double and then a single right there. Interesting. Chance of fire 8%, which is actually quite high. 120 millimeters, so you're not going to need inertia fuse. Obviously, inertia fuse is going through its big change where they're testing it to see what happens. 900 meters per second, so a little bit lower. 6.5 seconds. That's what it's been for a few tiers now. Sigma 2, turning, blah, blah, blah. Torps, again, low damage. 7,500 on that, max damage. So if you're going against something else, your torps are going to be hitting for like 4K. 4 or 5. High roll would probably be 6. Kind of feels like CV torps, but they don't. Again, they don't show the they don't show the flood chance. 55 seconds on the reload time. 9 kilometers though, 65 knots. Very quick, but the detection keeps climbing up though. 1.4, which is what? What is 1.4? Does anything have 1.4 at this tier? So French. Oh, wow. At least on the Jaguar. Okay, so these are... uh-oh. We may see a problem, chat. So what does this thing bring to the table that the French doesn't? So, the French, the Jaguar, has the same amount of guns, same amount of shells going out. About 2/3 the life, because it has survivability expert. Oh, it does have repair party. But the torps are a little bit farther and slower. AA, maybe? I know that the higher ones are supposed to have it. I don't know. I mean, we could kind of compare it to, but it'd be easier just to kind of weigh. It does have the repair party, so you got a little bit of a bigger health pool. So duration 10 seconds, HP per second, real time, blah, blah. So you get 10% or up to 10% back. So heal for 1,000. So you get an effective health pool of like what, maybe 13k, just standard. So what is the Jaguar without? Oh, he's retraining anyway. Send to reserve. I want to see where these are. So the Jaguar is even stealthier though. So you're at 5. Oh man, that's so gross. Oh no, you're gonna be right there because I have the camo on. So these are the same. These are the same then. But I thought they said these are kind of slow. That's 39 knots. That's pretty quick. So you have a French-esque line with a little bit more on the focus on torps, I guess? Low HP pool, man. Couple cruiser salvos and you're just dead. You're dead. 11k? You're fairly high? What's the torp reload on these? 90 seconds. Okay, so you're basically a French line that has it's just more torp focused. So you're just spamming torps. Is that fun to play? I don't know if that's fun to play or not. Like, why would I bring this, right? With faster torps, these are technically slower than the Jaguar's tech tree. Now but the airplanes? Yeah, low tiers is full of them right now. I don't know. The tier 5 doesn't seem too exciting for me. Although we are starting to get some more guns, but this is scary. But you do have a fairly fast reload with good overall torps, other than the damage. Tier 6 is where we start to get into some actual destroyers. It's really good A for the tier. It could be. Could be. Alright, this is all, I don't know. Vostros? Is not even close. Vostros? Is that even close, chat? To pronouncing that? Clyde, where are you? Say these words for me. Hit points 12,000, which is actually kind of nice. I'm getting what? You're getting up into the 14k, like Westeros. Well, that was close then, right? Vostros, like that. That was close. Not bad. All right, not bad. Main battery 3x2. I like that. Again, reload 6.5. You'll be able to get down with BFT. Into the 5 and some change. 5.8 or something like that. 8% fire chance. Torpedoes 2x3. Whoa, we're getting to the 10 kilometers. Woo-wee. Woo. 10 kilometers at 65 knots, boys. Whoa, whoa. Sorry, Fusos in New Mexico's. 55. Okay. It's so weird because these are torp boats, but they aren't stealthy at all. And then 7.7 kilometers. What is that? Like, what is that even? 7.7 kilometers on the detection. Let's check out the Farragut if we take off everything. What does that get down to? Yeah, I mean, imagine if you're... Yeah, okay, hold on. All right, well, I want to see 7.3, 7.4. So if you get that down, what is that? With the Linus Tech Tip camo, 7.4. So you're getting this down to 7. You're at like 6.9, maybe 6.8 as a tier 6. Ugh. Yeah, and then what if you get bottom tiered? So you're playing this ship, and you torp an Alabama. You torp an Alabama with 2x3. Your torps do a max damage of 75. This is 7,500. Your torps are gonna do for 6 torps. Are gonna hit for like, what even is that? 3750. An entire torp salvo is going to do less than a third of an Alabama's health pool. If you hit all 6, it's going to do like less than a third. Is that math right? Frick. You will scare the Alabama? Yeah. 45k? Well, you got the split, right? So 6. You're gonna hit him for... No, because you gotta split him in half. See, I'm gonna slaughter all. I don't really care. See, I think Alabama has like a 50% torpedo reduction. Cannibal. So you gotta cut that in half. Gonna land them all on his torp belt, some on his bow and stern. Yeah, but like, still. 25k for all 6. Yeah, 6k. So still the scary part. High detection. The torp spread. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I hope Wargaming does, which is always fun when they do, is give you 2 options when it's widespread or single. That's my favorite whenever they do that. That's my favorite whenever they offer just those 2. But still, low damage, good range, 10 kilometers, 65 knots, really good speed, 55 seconds, really good reload. Still 1.4. You start to run into some stuff that are kind of quick. So, are you gonna run into stuff like that? Could cause a problem, but still are fast. So hopefully some decent AA. Maximum speed 38 knots, and you're gonna be the highest detection tier 6 destroyer, I guess. What's the gate at? 7.3. Man, the detection's so high. So basically, going destroyer versus destroyer, you need to hit a torp, at least one, to probably win a fight. I guess 3.2. These could hit. These could hit kind of hard. Damage control, again, you have engine boost 8%, so it's not the French one. And then repair party. So at least you're starting to get some HP though. Yeah, there you go. Only widespread moving forward. That should be the rule. I can make clickbait YouTube videos. You won't believe how many torps I hit with widespread. What? PogChamp. The scone? Isn't that a delicious treat? The scone? The scone? Scone? Yeah, I just need Jepser to be like ready, like as I'm about to move on to the next one. Just like boom, here it is. With an example. The HP is starting to get alright. Again, you have the heal, so it's kinda nice. Tier 7, a nasty tier. So Tier 7, you're running against Haidas, you're running against Jervises, you're running against Sims, you're running against Mahans now, you're running, I mean, Minsk, you're running against freaking Leningrads. I mean, tier 7s are dirty. That's a really strong tier. And also, going back to the 6, this against a Z? Okay, so you're gonna get down to 6.9. I think 6.9, 6.8. And Anshan is 6.3. And you get out spotted. And Anshan, you know how much an Anshan hurts? That is brutal, man. T61, I mean, you're getting down to what in the 6s? Low 6s? I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Dingo!
Beer/study fund. Thanks for the content less than 3.
Yo, Dingo, appreciate that, man. Appreciate the dono, bro. Hope you're a beer/study fund. There you go. We're getting it done. Dingo, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I think these destroyers are fucked. Like, if something finds them. If something finds these DDs, I think they're just absolutely screwed. Coolest looking camos in the game, boys. Easy peasy. Isn't that Agla? Agla's gonna be closest. Alright. Let's find something. The shining light will be the torps, so we gotta find if these are gonna work. So 6. So on to the 7. And we see the insane numbers already. So, the Scone. Hit points 13k. Pretty decent. Main battery, 2x2, 120s. Decent firing range. You're not gonna need AFT. Can't run from Russian Destroyer. Yeah, that's what I'm nervous about, man. Like, how do you get away from anything? Chance to cause fire, 7%. Okay, that's fine. Getting a little bit loftier on the shells. Scrape the knees. No, Dino, I'm not gonna say it that way. Torpedoes, 2x3, 7,500 damage, 12 kilometers. My God. 12 kilometers, 76 knots. What the fuck? What? 76 knots. Insane. 55 seconds. Woo! Guess who's gonna get torp acceleration? Yeah, what is 12? Isn't it 9.6 or whatever? 9.6 kilometers with at 81 knots. That's insane. 81 knots at 9.6. Holy shit. But you're still just gonna tickle stuff because the damage is only 7,500. That's crazy. Yeah, too bad it doesn't really hurt them. The damage is so low. But the reload's so fast. You could like stagger them, I guess. 7.7. Really? Oh, okay. So this is from the 6 to the 7. This is where you get into like the Friesland setup. Yeah, you just go, whatever. Like, oh man, this sucks. And you're like, oh, that didn't hurt that bad. So, okay. So I was wondering because the tier 7 has the same detection as the 6, which also the tier 7 has the same detection as the Bliss, I believe. At I think 6.9, 6.8, right in that. Oh, these are when they're starting to get slow. 35 knots. 35 knots. We're starting to get some decent AA too. 1.6 though. Good rudder. Yeah, they're fairly agile, which is kind of nice. I feel like you're gonna need a radio location purely to defend yourself. Like purely to defend yourself. Back in the old days, this could have been beast. Yeah, I don't know about now. But 2x2 though, getting into that double setup. But the reload's getting down to 3.5. So interesting there. And then one in the front, one in the back. You saw the repair party. 12 kilometers is insane. It's such a weird mix of stuff, right? Like you look at something like the Asashio, and the Asashio is kind of what we can kind of compare these stats to a little bit. Obviously it's deep water compared to that, but like the Asashio, when those torpedoes like they hit for like 18k. These can hit things on torp belts and only roll for 3 or 4k. So we'll see. Yeah, you can't run. It's slow. It's not stealthy. Like, that's one thing I'm worried about is you just stay lit the whole time. I don't like... So the idea of having something like launch fast torps that don't hit very hard. What was it? There was what was it? I think that's what I was talking about with like the Benham back in the day. When they were trying to figure out what to do with the Benham. And I was like, just leave it with like how it is. But just lower the damage down to like what like kind of Sims torps are. Like Sims torps reload very fast, but they don't hit very hard. They're kind of like the sea mines, right? These are kind of like sea jet skis, I guess. They don't hit very hard, but they're fucking fast. Like, you just float them down, but you just get outspotted by everything. Like the Royal Navy, like the Royal Navy is like there's a reason why those are slow. Well, that's the thing, right? Is it's like if you have a destroyer that at all knows what they're doing, like you're gonna have to hit a DD with like almost 3 of these, even at this tier. Most of them will survive 2, and potentially could survive a 3rd torp. That's crazy to think about. You could hit a DD and potentially survive 3 torps. Now you're getting up to 36 and some change. No, 35 and some change. Damage control, engine boost. No, but okay, but like before I was getting to the Venom, like I don't like the idea of kind of having the second row destroyers that's all about just like spamming torps. The last thing we need is for something with 12-kilometer torps or with a fast reload to have like our friendly destroyer behind us just spamming them out, you know? Like, I don't know if I like that. I feel like that could potentially cause a problem. It's like, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. It's fine. Incoming torps. You'll be fine. Yeah, I wish we could see the flood chance. That's one thing. I hope it's crazy high. Like, I hope it's crazy high. That's the only way. This thing can't run from the shores. Yeah, imagine he can't run from most destroyers. So, like, that super, super passive play, but, like, hoping you hit a torp and flood stuff? But these are pretty nutty. If you just look at these, like, that's so crazy. Like, this is, like, these stats are insane. 12 kilometers, 76 knots, 55 seconds. That's crazy. It's just everything that surrounds it. It's kind of like, Oh, wait, no. Okay. Is this the Erland? Is that how I'd say it? Yeah, dude. Erland? Is that... Did I say it right? Oh. Yeah, I got it right. Nice. Uland? Is that how I should say it? The Erland? I think I got it. Yeah, I got Jepser in here. Rosetta Stone Swedish, dude. Tier 8. So this is a big one. Tier 7's a big tier. Tier 8 is like Orlando, Florida. Is that what it is? Orlando Bloom. It looks modern. Looks like a modern DD. 14k points, still on the lower end. The detection goes even higher? Woo! Wait a second. What was that number? Eight kilometers? What is the Leaf Fantastique? Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. It does get the concealment module, so it's 10% there. So you'll get 10% there. That's not as bad. That's not as bad. False alarm. So you'll get down to 7.2 again, 6.5, 6.4. You're at 6.4-ish. Which isn't too bad. Still not that good. You're outspotted by a kilometer by Cossack, which you don't have a chance in hell against. Oh, you get outspotted by everything, basically. Yeah, you're like 6.3, 6.4, I think, right around there. When fully upgraded. So you're like old school. Yeah, this is where these things could have shined, man. It was back in the day. That's the downside, too, is if you don't have Elite Commander XP, you don't have a way to really train this captain up unless you have one of the 3 ships that you spam. So you need to start a brand new captain when you're going up to this. You get about a 10 point, you get your 10th point in like tier 7. So you'll be just a fresh 10 point captain, maybe 12 going into tier 8. So the same kind of torp, so the damage goes up. Spam like 10 Bliss cap. I mean, you could, right? I mean, my Bliss has, I don't even know how many millions of XP on it. Main battery 2x2 with the Friesland setup. One in the front, one in the back. 7% fire chance. Inertia, the 850, they said it's about USN, so. Reload time 3.5. So the guns are kind of just like standard from what, tier 7 on. As you drop it down, but you get the longer range torps. Torps, 2x3. We're getting up into that 10k damage, boys. 12 kilometer range, 76 knots. Reload time up to 70 seconds. What would you take? What would you rather take? So you trade a little bit extra damage. I feel like you'd almost want the tier 7s. So you add 3,000 damage to the alpha, but you also add 25 seconds? No, 15 seconds. To the reload? That's not very exciting. I guess you get a little bit more damage, but still, against like an Alabama, you're still only hitting them for 5k. Yeah, it's stock module. So what? If you just look at tier 8, if you just compare it to Le Fantastique. So you're going to be able to get, well, nothing that's really going to help anything like that. You're going to get concealment. You're going to get Hydra or whatever. So nothing that's really going to help Torps out too much. When's this line coming out? It's working. They just announced it today. So what's the flood chance? Don't know. I'm assuming high. I'm assuming high. 2-3 months could be. What does it say? Usually they show these with the like being fully upgraded, but without the modules. Bum, 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 bum. Oh god, we're gonna slaughter that tier 9. But still, though, I don't see anything else really get changed though. You probably get a little bit more gun range and maybe a hull. Yeah, and that's this too. But it's so short. So detection's gonna be mediocre. It's still gonna be on the high end. Yeah, these are usually set up as having the top hull. Will be a nightmare though. It's short. But it's like these aren't destroyer hunters, which is weird. Just a line to dumpster on German destroyers. It's like another line to dumpster on Pan-Asian DDs, basically. I don't know. They hate the Pan-Asian destroyers. Isn't either? Yeah, it's the other stuff. But then, I don't know, a line. I've never liked ships that rely on other people to do kind of its job. You know, like if this is a line that's built around to be like a team play ship. I don't know. I feel like you can just do that with other stuff. But you do get radar. This is the first one. The tier 8 that you do get the radar. You do get damage control. You still get repair party. You still get engine boost, the 8% one. We are starting to get into the fairly high AA, which is kind of nice. It'd be cool to see like an AA destroyer. You know, whatever AA means these days. Doesn't mean anything anymore. But still, a little bit higher on the reload. Still at 12 kilometers, 76 knots. Fairly high on the detection, but they are fast as fuck. So, but the first one with radar. So this is 17s, or 15 seconds. So we look at something like the Hinson Yang, which also has radar at this tier. Hinson Yang is going to be at a 20 seconds, so it's not as long, but it is the same range. So you have it, which is interesting. You have radar, but like, I feel like if you spot, like the thing about, I don't know. Do you want that? Like, I feel like there's so many times with these types of ships that you're going to spot a DD. You're going to radar that destroyer. Your friends have a 10-second window to hit it. And it's not like you can shoot them. And you got to hope you don't get detected. Right? So it seriously is almost like a defensive radar. Truly, it's like a defensive radar. Because everything out detects you at this tier. Besides, I think like maybe the French destroyers. Yeah, you can get up to 18 seconds with the upgrade, but no, it's just like, yeah, like some ships that require a div. That's it. Yeah, it does. Very long range, 12 kilometers, extremely long range, very fast, fairly decent reload. These are getting faster. The tier 7 and lower has 55 seconds. And then, but very low damage, so only 10.7 on the max roll. If you are dived, well, it just gives information, which is pretty important. But again, you're at a that's so weird to think about. You have like a 6.4 kilometer detection, and you only have like a kilometer buffer of stealth radaring. Yeah, I detect the other DD, and my teammate is Bam Bam, 20 kilometers away, ripple firing HE from Montana. So like, what good is that going to do besides like a coordinated strike? With a delay, you're cutting off a third of the radar. I could see them touching the radar duration. Kind of like, I think they didn't they buff the Pan-Asian destroyers a while ago? Or a long time ago, I guess. Didn't they increase the radar duration? I could see them just matching those. Because with how the delay works these days, just play a German, just play a... At tier 8, why would I play the, like... At tier 8, why would I even play the Z23? I get like your point, I'm just playing like a German, right? Like you have that long hydro. Why not just play the Lo Yang? Right? Like, why not just play, you know... Why not just play a Cossack or an Agazuki or a Lightning or a Benson or anything like that? You know, like, this is a super competitive tier these days. Why not even play a Lee Fantastique, right? Why not even play a French DD that just has radio location? Like, does this ever win a fight against a French destroyer? Like, ever? Does this win a fight against anything? You know, everything else can reset it besides the French destroyer. And then does the French destroyer lose the gunfight? I don't see that happening. Yeah, like maybe they could do something how like their radar doesn't have a delay or something weird. You know, like that's the gimmick. Like, oh, there's no delay on this radar. Because having the delay on a 15-second, it's a third of the duration. When you aren't a DD or DD hunting destroyer, that seems kind of weird. The shows are too flow. Yeah, they're like USN level. Someone unplug his mouse mid-fight. Yeah, if you like DCs. It's like I'm trying to figure out the situation where you're just like, haha, it works, right? I think it's purely, I think this is the first time we've ever seen defensive radars, where you hold it, you're randomly detected, and then maybe you can push somebody away, right? Like a destroyer's pushing up on you. You know, maybe you get into a gunfight, they smoke up, and then maybe you pop the radar then. But you still have to trade that life. Which I'm wondering, you do get heals, but... I don't know. Tier 8, very competitive tier. There's so many good destroyers. So it's tough to find a spot where you would bring this. Like, if you're even bringing... This is like a division ship, like... Do you still even bring this? There's so many other ships. Oh god, osteoporosis land. I don't know how do you say that? Oostergutland. I don't know. Oostergutland, something like that. Something. The tier 9. Now we're getting into the harder ones. The tier 9 and tier 10 have some potential. Okay, now we're getting into one of the harder ones to find equivalents to. Oostergutland, like that. Easter, but with an O. Oostergutland, like that. Yeah, the Borka. The osteoporosis land. Close. Ooster. Whatever. Oostergutland. We'll just go with that. Close enough. Nate, dude, oh my god. I'm just like, oh, I'm just throwing the towel on these ones, boys. Like, Jesus Christ. Relax. Something land, man. Something with otters? What's going on here? Okay, anyways, the tier 9. And these are crazy. Already the numbers we're looking at are crazy. Main battery 2x2, same Friesland setup. Does not have the Friesland reload though. Well, actually, you can get it down to DFT. You're still into the low to mid 2s. It's not anything that bad, I guess. Yeah, because you're dropping 3 and then you're dropping another 2.5. Fire chance 5%. You don't need inertia fuse, which is nice. So you can have a 9% fire chance if you want to take that. Friesland doesn't have. Yeah. I mean, it's fair. I'm just saying that this is the Friesland setup as in the 2-2. If anybody doesn't get what I mean by that. Torpedo tubes 1x3, 1x5. I'm assuming these are just swings, so they can probably dump on either side. 1x3, 1x5. Still, the damage is fairly low. 18-second turn time though. I think this is a line where you are probably gonna have to pick up like extra marksmanship. I think it's probably just a safe bet to just make it a nice quality of life. Extra marksmanship is gonna be nice, but you have just under 11k, 10.7, 15 kilometers though, at 86 knots. Oh my god. You have 12 kilometer, 91 knot torps. 12 kilometer, 91 knots is what you can get that to. That's crazy. That's so fast. 1.8 kilometer detection on the torps. Who cares? Who cares, dude? That's so nuts. Your torps can fly faster than I think some of the low tier planes can move. Yeah. Like, is that like faster than like Langley planes? I think it's like right around that speed. They might be in the hundreds still, but 90-second reload, so you're getting fairly high for only 8 torps that don't hit very hard, but still, they're fast. You're probably gonna at least get 1 or 2 on every 90 seconds. They're about as fast as Langley planes with no boost. That's so funny. 12 kilometers though. I mean, there you go. Launcher, blah blah blah. I'm trying to think of like what the tier 10 could have for a legendary mod. Like boost up the torp reload even more and lose main bat. AA defense is fairly good. Yeah, I'm always trying to think of like legendary mod stuff, but we also don't have legendary mods for ships that have been in the game for like almost 2 years. Again, all these are slow too. 35 knots, 35 knots, 35 knots. All these are 35 knots. So again, you can't get found because you're fucked. Like, that's one thing I'm super nervous about. No smoke, mediocre speed boost, high detection. Again, all the detections aren't changing. It's all 8 kilometers. Again, you're in the lower mid 6 kilometers. You will now see all the people use your free XP to reset lines. Bitch and moan about using their free XP. Whatever. Whatever. They got plenty of time. It's not like a new thing. HP pool is getting decent. You're gonna be up into the 19k, I think, somewhere around there. Quick maths. Radar again, 15 seconds. I see them touching the radar durations a little bit, or making some kind of gimmicky radar. You know, like some kind of gimmicky radar, or maybe just throwing on some seconds, maybe matching the Pan Asian DDs. I'm not sure. 15 seconds with the delay just doesn't seem like it, because you gotta remember, like, the Pan Asian destroyer line came out before the delay was in the game, so those all got tweaked before the delay. So we'll see what they do with this though, because you lose half of it, or I guess that's not half. It's not a 5 seconds delay, is it? It's a few, whatever the seconds are. Still though, HP, the heal hasn't really. Oh, I guess the heal's getting longer, so 14 seconds. Yeah, decent health pool, but again, high detection. Those torps are nutty though, man. You can get them up to 91 knots with torp acceleration. You rather give them something else than radar? I feel like they have like a kind of a weird identity. I feel like they're trying to do like it's like an assisting line, you know? Like you're kind of like, okay, like I'll keep them at range because I'll keep dumping out torps. I'll support you with radar. I'll support you with knocking down some planes. But also I need help a lot too. It's kind of weird, you know? Like it's kind of like a playmaker ship, but like it can't do it by itself. Sub hunting, okay, well, does it really bring anything? Like for subs? Okay, let's look at it sub, like if it was a sub hunter. Like what does it really bring? To me, like German and Royal Navy are awesome because of the long range, but it's like you're not fast, but subs aren't fast. And it does have the radar, I guess, which are kind of, you know, you get spotted, maybe pop the radar. You just yell Borka, Borka, Borka off the side. These are crazy. Those are absolutely nuts. Is this the Holland? Am I close? That looks kind of cool, though. Those look badass, man. Fuck yeah, dude. So that could be... Does the tier 9 have that? I wasn't paying attention. Does the tier 9 have anything cool? Well, whatever that is. Cool fireworks. No, those are all t-shirt cannons. That's what it is. They're always launching t-shirts out. That's what it is, chat. Well, that's kind of cool. So, yeah, they're all just t-shirt cannons. Main battery. See, now we're okay. The tier 10 is interesting. Yeah, give submarine. Well, no, that's what they do. They shoot a bunch of t-shirts out, and then it's hard for the subs to see because it's like, oh, what the fuck, you know? They can't. Like the waves are covered in t-shirts. Main battery 2x2, 10 kilometers. Again, the range isn't that high either, but that's all right. So the reload time's getting pretty low. 2.2. You're gonna again drop off. You're getting down to right about the 2-second mark on the reload. God, that's so high. That's so high. So the guns really aren't changing too much. They're even floatier. They're 825 meters. So these are the floatiest guns in the line, I think. Again, though, 15 kilometers, 86 knots. Crazy. Crazy. Almost a 2-minute reload, though. I feel like you get to like that point and you just kind of like lose all of what this line has. Almost a 2-minute reload. You go from 90 seconds here to almost 2 minutes. So you got 1.5, then almost 2. Um, 1.8 seconds. What was the detection on this? 8. That was at 6. And 8.9. Crazy. So what is that? 10% twice. You're down to 8. And you're down to 7.2. You're down to 7. 7-ish, right around there. And what kind of torpedo? This is 110 seconds, almost 2 minutes. And no like reload booster or anything like that. That seems a bit weird that it's all of a sudden this crazy high. Because you're like, what at tier 10, let's just go to 10s. I feel like when you don't have much to like defend yourself with, Like, what's just the Shima have? Like, obviously they're supposed to be that. So they're at 130. What's a gearing? So the gearing's even down to 103. That's what the torp reload module. I think it needs a little. I think that might be tad too high for what this ship is, because it doesn't bring anything else. A gearing out to Texas by 1.5 kilometers. 50, yeah, it's still 35 knots. The AA is good. The AA is pretty nuts. So maybe I feel like they're just trying to, like, there's so many ships like this. Exactly the same consumer as the Colbert has. Yeah, but the Colbert runs into this thing. It's fucked. You know? You're getting... Okay, let's just remember this. You're getting down into the low 7s. 7.2 or whatever. Whatever that ends up being. You're 8.1. And some... You're like, what? 7.2, 7.3, something like that? Your radar's 7.5. You know? Your radar's like 7.5. You're barely stealthy enough to stealth radar. Like, it's almost the reversal of like the Lo Yang. And remember, it's an awesome 15-second radar. I'm confused at what this line's trying to do. I'm really confused at like where this line is supposed to like excel at. Yeah, it's cool. It can dump out a ton of torps and they go really fast, but they don't hit very hard. But like the guns are meh. Doesn't have smoke. You're relying on the people to help you out. Yep, they gotta be tested. They gotta be tested, chat. And this is the premium. Wait, hold on. The Smolin is pronounced like indoor. Smolin. Oh god. Smolin. Oh god, dude. I don't wanna read Swedish names anymore. Okay, Smolin. We got it, chat. Alright, easy peasy. Kinda looks like an Udaloy almost. Udaloy, I guess maybe like a Jutland. A Jutland. They might Borka, yeah. Unlike the Holland, the Småland has no surveillance radar and has fewer torps, but her detectability is 1 kilometer lower. This is a more classical torp-focused destroyer involving the game of stealth. So you're down to, let's do 8. You're down to 7.1. Again, you're down to 7.4 or 6.4. You're not even that stealthy. You're still on the higher end of stealth. Yeah, torps are still the same, but you have less of them. No. Has fewer torps. Oh, no, 2 sets of 5. Okay, so the tier 10 has 2 sets of 5. This has 1 set of 3, 1 set of 5, so barely. So 8 instead of 10. But you get a lot lower detection. But it doesn't have radar. Still no smoke, man. Yeah, right here. So all stats are listed without crew, obviously, so we can get BFT, you can get concealment X, we can get the modules. So anybody was asking about halls and stuff, these are fully upgraded. These always are. So whoever was saying like you're comparing A hall to B hall stuff, no, not. But like, so we can get maybe some faster torp reloads, maybe some faster guns, stuff like that. So that we'll have like 10% or whatever it ends up being. This seems interesting. I'm like more interested about this ship because it has stealth that you can kind of play around with. But yeah, it's basically almost identical. It's kind of weird. Has there ever been something like that? It's almost identical, just stealthier. It doesn't have radar. I mean, it's kind of like Lo Yang Benson, I guess. Well, hydroplane, yeah. These gotta be tested, man. I hope that I have some kind of like aha moment when I'm playing these. I don't see where these shine though. I think was it Meatwad that said it? I don't like DDs that can't do DD things. I feel like these DDs can't do DD things. I feel like they can assist other destroyers doing said things. Right? Like, okay, yeah, I'll support you. I'll dump a ton of torps, maybe like area denial, a bunch of things right over there, right? Push some battleships back, then we can radar this, sure. But like you're at like, I feel like these require coordination. Good fucking coordination. But yeah, and somebody said this they might do this through like a Puerto Rico style. I didn't see the stream, so this could be kind of a pattern going forward about that. So it's kind of cool. I don't know, chat. We're gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna have to wait and see. It's kind of weird to kind of see. It's kind of comparable to French, but not really. It's kind of weird to have them do the like 2 lines in a row almost with this. I feel like it's going to be a division destroyer. I feel like these aren't going to be very good solo DDs. So, and I feel like these are going to be destroyers that are like, do these just become the hardest destroyers to play? Maybe French are still harder because you can just spam torps and these not do anything, right? Let's see. There you go. I'm trying, man. They say don't seem overpowered. Yeah, like some of the torp numbers are kind of like this looks pretty nutty, right? Like this part right here, 15 kilometers at 86 knots, 12 kilometers at 91 knots, 91 knot torpedoes. It's pretty crazy. But like when you look at everything around it, yeah, they don't hit very hard. And the reload isn't crazy fast in the high tiers, but the other ones are pretty quick. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to play these. We'll have to see. Still work in progress, as always. Still work in progress, so things are subject to change. I think we might see something with the radars. But I'm interested to get my hands. I'm a DD player, so GG's though, chat.